Well, welcome to this weather segment. I'm weather forecaster Joshua Weisel, and we have an alert to get to. Now, we had that extreme cold warning that was in effect till noon today. That is gone, but it has been replaced with this cold weather advisory. It does not include all of the coverage areas, so don't be fooled. Even though you're outside of it, doesn't mean it's not going to be cold tonight. But areas to the north have a greater chance of seeing those wind chills between -6 to -1, even closer to 0. So it's going to be a cold one tonight. So make sure that once again tomorrow morning before you head out to school, before you head out to work, if there is school and work that is not canceled anymore, bundle up. It's going to be cold across the area. In fact, how cold is it? Well, it's still right around the negatives and wind chills for some spots because we have this winter wonderland still left from this Arctic system. You can see in Rogers snow covering everywhere. In fact, that sunscreen story just a second ago reminded me. I stepped outside of the studio here just a second ago, and it was just so bright. It felt like a flashbang went off or something. I just was like, whoa. So it's because there's a high albedo with the snow, because it's white color. It's reflecting the light energy from the surface back into the atmosphere. So that's how that happens. In fact, you can see that snowpack is still on the satellite. These aren't clouds. This is all snowpack from that winter system. See just a little bit less in the river valley, but still lots and lots of snow. It'll probably stay on the ground until this weekend for most of us. So current temperatures right in the teens to lower 20s across the area. Those feels like temperatures are still the biggest story. It feels like it's in right around 2 degrees for portions of northwest Arkansas up into maybe the lower teens across the area. Close to the 20s for the river valley. And again, like I mentioned a little bit, it's also that dry cold. So you may notice that your lips feel chapped or your skin feels like it's catching on to clothing. That's because it is super dry. -5 is your dew point in Fayetteville at this hour. Feels like temperatures. It's going to be cold throughout the day. So this isn't the day to stay outside all day long, go play in the snow, but limit the exposure just because it is quite cold. Same for the river valley, single digits there. Morning lows tomorrow, near record breaking, right around 6. The record is 7 coming up from 2021. And then the highs tomorrow, not very good. It's going to be lower 30s, northwest Arkansas, into the mid to upper 30s for the river valley. So we're looking at the record. Like I said, 7 for northwest Arkansas, 12 for the river valley. May not break it in the river valley, but it is close to that record. So we'll have to see, probably going to break that record into tomorrow morning. So that's something to watch. Wind chills also, like I said, between around 0 to maybe -6, maybe even a little bit higher the further north you go. So that's what we're looking at here for the forecast. Still just have to get through this cold. Weather impact alert just because of those cold temperatures across the area. It's going to be negative. It's going to be like in the negatives for those wind chills tomorrow morning. So bundle up. If you don't have to get out, just don't. The roads are still probably going to be sketchy just because these colder temperatures, it's going to lead to refreeze, and we will still probably see snow on the ground. The roads are going to improve as it warms up, but you're still going to see snow on the surface as we head into early next week. So just keep that in mind. The snow is not going to go anywhere immediately, but, roads will improve, but we still got a little bit to go from that.
Yeah, we were talking with RDOT this morning, and they were saying they think it'll be probably Saturday morning before they can be confident in the condition of those roads, just because of how cold it is right now.
Yeah, and this cold, we say that the sun will help melt, but really when you are in the single digits, there is no melting because it is so cold. It's going to keep that there, and then it gets colder overnight, and then we lead to refreeze. So it's just a hassle for those crews. So thank you so much to anyone who is working in the local cities, RDOT, getting these roads in the condition that we can travel on them. So thank you for your hard work on that.
Yeah, they've been doing so much. We really appreciate y'all. Well, thanks for that.